let's see something interesting. If you have not seen this yet on the Donald, go check it out. The top of the front page is flooded with this right now. Different states today that are in contention, different swing states, sent mixed electors. The GOP sent electors as well as the Democrats sent electors in these different states. And Michigan was one of those. So you saw Arizona, maybe Nevada was one. Wisconsin is one that sent different electors to their capitals today to vote in the Electoral College. Michigan was one. And as you can see here from Riley Beggin, this says Michigan Republicans come to the side of the Capitol building, and I believe that's the south side of the building, and request entrance. State police stopped them. So this is the first video. You can see them walking up to the side, and this is the door here that they meet at. And you're going to hear what the guy says, I hope, but just listen to this and understand this is illegal, what they're doing. When they come to the door and claim we want access, the state trooper has a right to say, listen, the governor has ordered that unless you have an office in this building, the only people inside the building today are electors. But then they say, hey, we're Republican electors. We need to be in that building. What does he say? Well, he tells them, well, the electors are already here and they're all signed in already. Someone already signed in as the electors, so you guys can't be them. Listen to this.
They're also on the governor's certificate of ascertainment.
I'm not going to get into a political debate. I'm following
It's not a
orders.
political debate.
Okay.
It's the official sealed document. The certificate of ascertainment has also the GOP electors. They are here. They're trying to do their constitutional duty.
So they said this is an officially sealed document. These electors are here to do their civic duty. This is all legal. And he goes, okay.
And their constitutional duty requires them to be at the Senate chamber today at 2 p.m.
They're supposed to be in the Senate chamber at 2 p.m. That's the law.
I understand they're not being permitted in. If you have a problem, you can contact the governor's office, the Speaker of the House.
If you have a problem, you can contact the governor's office. He says, who else?
Until the governor's press release this morning that said you could be COVID, is that the reason being given?
No.
All right, that was what the press release said. Is there another reason why?
This is what they said. You can leave your votes in a manila envelope, but you're not allowed to enter. So they're not denying that these people are the electors. That's what's sick about this situation. The state police are not saying these aren't Republican electors. These are not people that are meant to be in the building. They're saying the governor ordered us to keep you out of the building, so you can just leave your votes here in a manila envelope. We'll take care of it. Unreal. And I'm going to play it over again with the volume turned up because I'm sorry it was down all the way before. But this is wild.
They're also on the governor's certificate of ascertainment.
I'm not going to get into a political debate. I'm following
It's not a
orders.
political debate.
Okay.
It's the official sealed document. The certificate of ascertainment has also the
He's saying this is not a political debate. This is an official government document. It's a sealed absentee form
GOP electors. They are here.
with GOP
They're trying to
electors.
do
Now
their
they're here.
constitutional duty.
I understand.
And their constitutional duty requires them to be at the Senate chamber today at 2 p.m.
Again, not allows for them to be there. Requires that they are there. And the state trooper is withholding their constitutional responsibility of being carried out.
Okay. I understand they're not being permitted in. If you have a problem, you can contact the governor's office, the Speaker of the House, Senate Majority Leader.
Senate Majority Leader, the Speaker of the House, the Governor. Do you think any of them care? They're inside laughing. They're laughing as the state trooper, with his mask not on correctly, goons out for them. So that's what that was. And you see here down at the bottom, this couple of responses. Mark Hughes. They should be arrested right there for interfering in state and federal elections, for lying to police and for sedition. Every Republican involved for this belongs in prison for the rest of their lives. This person thinks that the people who are showing up saying that they're Republican electors are lying, and then they should be arrested for sedition. You have Mindy Robinson, on the other hand. Democrats are such petty little bitches. You should remember which side you're trying to defund, officer. That's interesting. Okay? So here we are. This says, don't even try it. This is a stunt for Trump, and you'll be committing a felony impersonating a duly elected elector. States are allowed to send contesting electors. They're not aware of this, I guess. I don't know. But when this is posted on the Donald, this is kind of what I wanted to show. People are panicked over this. They're freaking out over this. They think, you need to get to Michigan. You need to kick the doors in. Or you need to get to Michigan. You need to surround the building and threaten them. So they say, so we should just show up, grab the cops, toss them out. I can guarantee you if this was the reverse, Antifa will show up and do just the opposite, if not worse. Another commenter saying, no, just force them to arrest a few people so that the people behind them can get into the building while they're occupied. That never works. The police call for backup when there are people on the ground being arrested. You're not going to sneak past the guards into the building when there's an arrest. There's an escalation. People would secure the building even more. So that was a dumb move. Says, fuck that. This guy says, Angry Asian says, fuck that. Show up armed and tell them either the electors are getting into that building or some bullets are. But either way, the fat fucks in uniform are moving. That's a quote from Angry Asian here on the Donald. So I responded, I said, under the Constitution, sure. Yeah, under the Constitution, you should legally be able to say, this person is acting with a badge with authority, and they're withholding a constitutional responsibility, not just a duty, but a responsibility of electors being in the Senate chamber at 2 to cast their vote. This officer is denying them the right, but isn't denying who they are. He's knowingly and willfully ignoring the law and trampling their constitutional rights. And in the Constitution, specifically in the Second Amendment, gives you the right to carry a firearm, and to dispose of that person if necessary. Now, it doesn't necessarily say that in the writing. It doesn't say you can just pull your gun and shoot anybody at will. But when someone is acting as a tyrant, as a political arm, because the police aren't an unbiased, non-political group. So when he's saying, I'm not going to get into a political debate, he already is in one. Because he's acting as the attack dog, as the guard dog, literally, for the building that should be ours publicly, and instead the governor has taken over as her little rat's nest. So when the governor of Michigan tells the state trooper, I don't care that they're the Republican electors, you keep them out. Against the Constitution, against the sworn oath that he took, you keep them out. Yeah, they in a constitutional republic, the people would say, move or we're going to open fire. And you'd have 30 people pointing guns at the police. And then the police would stand down at that point. But where do we live? We don't live in a constitutional republic that's being upheld. We live in some bullshit, like I said. Under the bullshit that we have right now, you'd be shot dead, and everyone on the news would believe that you're insane. So you can't go and rush the Capitol with guns and say, we're getting in and we're gonna smash these electors through no matter what. You just show that they barred electors from being legally able to vote at 2 p.m. in the Senate chamber today in Michigan. That's all you have to show them. Michigan's going to be thrown out anyways. There's more than enough things to hang on Jocelyn before she herself is hung, or hanged, I guess is the right way of saying that. What is it that we do with traitors again by definition? I'm only speaking in fact here. And by the way, no one's suggesting that any fraud was committed that would change the outcome of the election. Quite the contrary. The election will be changed regardless of how much fraud. So we'll just put it that way. The outcome of the election will be changed, and it doesn't have to have anything to do with fraud. It doesn't have to have anything to do with widespread voter integrity being in question. It doesn't have to have anything to do with that. It has to do with foreign interference in the election, period. So we can forget any about the fraud, forget anything that has to do with upsetting YouTube's or Twitter's or Facebook's algorithms, not making any of those claims. I'm going to predate all that and just say, since 2018, Donald Trump has been watching China infiltrate the United States to subvert the election. He can prove that, he will, and we'll see it flip. That's what I have to say. Let me know what you say in the comments below. Like the video, share this video, subscribe to the channel below. Make sure the notification bell is clicked on. Make sure you're subscribed to the Salty Cracker if you haven't already. Make sure you check out any of the other channels that are helping us grow, and then do whatever else you can do to keep America afloat.